Hi. Hi, everyone. How's it going? Yes, here we are. Okay. So, what we're doing today is we are going ahead and we are working on this wall. Not the first wall, which is over here, where we have all of this fanciness. Here we are greeting people from the sea. We are instead working on the second wall, which is going to have a big fat mural on it. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be building out from that out and basically going ahead and having, I figure, sea creatures on it. More specifically, an octopus, which is why we have the steps this far away and most of the thing being available to use. All we need to do is make sure that we don't build on this level, because otherwise that'll be all covered up, and that won't be great. Yeah. So what we're basically doing is just like with over here, how there are multiple layers involved. So you can see that there's first the end stone layer, then there's the glass and blue terracotta layer, and then there's a mixed layer, and then there's end stone. We're going to be building this up in a similar fashion. So we start by putting in an octopus head. It's going to be basically a sort of big... Here is a zombie. Oh, well, the zombie does not matter. All we have to do is have a bit of a staircase going up. Up there. There is good. We put in a blob for an octopus head. And this is going to be the base for all of our shenanigans at a later point. It does not need to be this square. About that, we'll nip a bit off the top. Should be fine. And then squish it out. Like that. It's either octopus or squid shaped. Something like that. Right? Yeah. Oh. It looks more like a tick right now. We just fill this in and then something like that. Because the main part with working with organic shapes is not to have lots of hard lines and stuff. Because especially when you're working with soft, squishy shapes, because otherwise they just look right. Okay, I think that's about the best shape we're going to get for this. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building up our colours and layers, kind of like a cake. Or an onion. Onions have layers, cakes have layers, parfaits have layers, ogres have layers. Everything has layers. People have layers. Although it's probably not the best to go and remove people layers. They probably will not appreciate it. Ba, 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 ba. And basically, we're going to be going off and making wiggly shapes everywhere. And what these wiggly shapes will do is they go ahead and they make our tentacles. We get to decorate them later on. And we want lots of wiggles. Lots and lots of wiggles. We can have wiggles going into the ground so that they can pop out like in other places. Like so. And we can have them popping out like just initially showing up in other spots as well. And by doing stuff like that, that means that basically it makes life so much easier when you have a basic base to start off with. Basic template. There we go. That's better English. Oop. Maybe a bit here. And by also having a whole bunch of bits that are actually sticking in the ground, it means it's more logical to have tentacles coming out at later points. Nope. Will you let me come up here? Come on. Thank you. And then we can bring it along. Maybe like so. Into a curl. Curl would be good. Having a tentacle curl would be good. And then we come with tentacles. Perfect. So that gives you a general sort of shape idea of the sort of octopus shape. And we can start also adding shapes coming across. Might also help if we light the place up. So I think this is the smite sword. Is this the smite sword? Nah, it's the sharpness sword. We're fine. Like, as a general rule, I like to keep out the sharpness sword because dealing with creepers around builds is unfun. What is that? I don't want to know. We're going to walk this way. Oop. Actually, let's just go ahead and take our bag off, go to sleep, and ignore all the creatures around us. Perfect. Oop. Oop. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Lovely. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. And this gives us more. Wait, did we actually? Oh no, this goes this way. And so the general idea is to always have either an exit and or an entrance at a top or a bottom of a wall, or have it end at the octopus. So then it's assumed that the octopus is the origin of all the tentacles. And we want them to be thick enough that we can actually add some design to them at a later date. I think we've left even more scaffolding at some point. We will have to live without that. Oh no, there it is. We're safe. Oh well. Like, I'm kind of thinking, because one of the things that we can do with the scaffolding, the octopus, is go ahead and put in coloring like this, because I want a kind of blue themed octopus. And you can go ahead and you can put in lines of coloring like so, and then come in with like this. And in this case, I'd be more sparing with the terracotta, so that when we come in with glass later on, we'll be able to actually have this be all flattened over and have that cool, what would you call it? Mosaic-y vibe. Boop. There we go. We have the tentacles. In fact, because we don't want to completely cover over the blue, because that would completely lose the point of having the blue there. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's too much ice. Whoop. Can we remove that one? Yeah, if we... There we go. Perfect. In fact, I think what we'll do is we'll remove this one and replace it with ice. Like so. And I think that gives the still same feel. And maybe replacing these with yellow terracotta, yellow glazed. Which we don't have on us, but that's okay. Like, I kind of think like this is a new kind of style for me. I kind of think it's rather cool to try out. Like, trying out new styles is a lot of fun. Because you never know how it's going to end up. Oh, working with blocks of gold would be cool. I know we've got some somewhere. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So if we just go and dot these around like they're tentacle suckers. And I think that sort of gives the idea, because when we put in the glass, you'll still be able to see the blue from the sides. And that'll help with the whole 3D look while still being solid. So it should work. In fact, we could even go ahead and add the occasional one of these. Just dot it about. Looking good. And let's grab some glass to test it out. What we really need is a clay generator. That would be amazing. Having a clay generator that automatically turns it into different colors of glazed terracotta. We need to figure out how to do that. Like, on one hand, Create gives you, what's it called? Clay balls when you're removing sand. But on the other hand, we could turn dirt into clay and then explode, like have it exploded, and then put it through a create process to make it into stained clay. And I think that would work. What were we looking for? We were looking for glass. Which backpack was that in? Okay, I'm thinking that we'll go light blue. Or at least the initial layer. And then from there, we'll work on whatever. So what we're doing is we're just putting down it like this. And I didn't even listen to myself when I said that we weren't even going to be putting stuff here. We need to remove this. This is what happens when you don't have a floor in place. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll just put down some endstone bricks so that this doesn't happen again. Boop, boop, boop. Perfect. Okay, so we won't be able to have one of those there, but we can go like that and then move this up. It makes the corner a bit tighter and a little bit more jumbly. And I think putting that there would be okay. if we're working with the glass, then like so. And then what I think we'd do is we'd put the layer above like so, which covers everything and blends it in together. Boom, boom. And then on top of this, we'll need to put support pillars in. And from there, I think it'll look pretty good. So I think we're on something. We are on to something. What we need to do is remember that we don't need things on this layer. So we are going to need to fix that up. Lickety-split. Pop, pop, pop. And I finally finished the Odyssey. It's really cool. So basically, for those of you that don't know, with the Odyssey, it was written by this Greek dude called Homer. And it's a story about this dude called Odysseus leaving the Battle of Troy and then trying to actually get home. And he ends up with terrible luck all the way home. And he just runs into misfortune after misfortune after misfortune trying to get home. And ends up losing all of his crew along the way, and ends up returning home by himself. And while that's happening, because he's been away for like 10 years, the poor sod. And while that's happening, because he's been basically, I think he's been described as a king. He's a nobleman of high standing, either way, in his land. And the people in his land are like, yeah, it's not okay for his wife to be just hanging out and being unmarried and doing whatever. And we're going to just take over what his whole stuff. We're gonna take his stuff, we're gonna take his wife, we're gonna ram rampant over his kid. We're gonna do all of this. And so it tells the story of him getting back. It tells the story of his kid learning to stand up for himself, and it's raining. Oh, it's night. We can ditch the rain. We can hide under here, even better. No, we can't. We are out of inventory space. Okay. And all of these things working together. Because the people that are harassing the wife, Penelope, she, the suitors, they're, one, trying to kill the kid. Two, who'll be that? That'd be a zombie. The suitors are trying to kill the kid, whose name is Telemachus. And if they kill the kid, they're busy thinking, okay, if we kill the kid, then Penelope has nowhere else to go. Perfect. And with Telemachus, he's actually learning to go and be an adult. And basically, it's all of these things getting mixed together as Odysseus is trying to return home. And it's been a very interesting insight into, I think I'd call it a very interesting insight into ancient Greek culture, because it's not written in the way of a fantasy book where it's like, oh, here is a very obvious thing that is different to what is happening. See how obviously different it is. Of course it's different. It's not our culture. It's not how things act on Earth. Of course it's different. It's just, yeah. This isn't strange. Of course that's how it works. And it leads to a very different reading experience, because in that you have a lot of things that you look at it and you're like, okay, yeah, wow, that wouldn't fly in modern society. But in reading it, you're like, yeah, that is the logical outcome with what has been laid out. Like, they go over the fact that, yeah, a house needs a wife, which is definitely not how it works in modern society. Absolutely not. But they go over the reasons why a house needs a wife, and the fact that the responsibilities of the fact that the wife is the one that is responsible for the servants and the maids and things like that, and that it is equal but different and things like that and stuff like that. Or the fact that going to war meant something completely different to nowadays, and it led to an interesting reading experience. And it was well worth reading. I think if you're someone who enjoys a thoughtful reading experience, I would say go read it. Doo-doo, there we go, perfect. Oh, holding down holes everywhere. Okay, so now we've got the general. Can we get up there? Lovely. We got the general shape of our octopus, at least in this immediate area, and we can see how it's looking. Whoops, that is not where we want glass. Boom, boom, boom. Ah. Perfect. So we can see how the light blue stained glass is just blending things together pretty well and making it just sit nicer on the stone, versus having the stone just make it hang off things. And we missed a bit. Doop-a-doo, doop-a-doop-a-doo. Perfect. Yeah. Oop, oop, oop. Perfect. So I'm unsure whether I'll actually actively go for watching other or reading, listening to, because I listened to the the Odyssey in audiobook format. And on one hand, it reminded me why I don't listen to many audiobooks, because I don't appreciate audiobooks. I know they're for a lot of people, and they are a great accessibility tool. 10 out of 10. Appreciate your libraries that have audiobooks, because they help a lot of people get into reading. It's great. 10 out of 10. Appreciate your audiobooks. But they are not for me. Like, the fact that you're stuck listening to a book at what basically amounts to a snail's pace really hurts my brain. And then you don't get to pick what reader is reading it. It's just like, please. But then again, also, it's just like, oh my goodness. I think, though, informational audiobooks are slightly better because it's supposed to be dry. So you're not like trying to drag your eyes across a page and be like, yes, this is so interesting. See how much I smile when I read this book. Isn't it great? I love reading this very boring book. Yay! So I suppose it's just a mixture of who likes what. And I'm kind of thinking that we'll also go for putting some, what's it called? Normal blue glass on the front and see how that looks. That went way too far. Okay, so, because if we go with putting some normal blue glass on the front, I think that'll probably help. And that'll make everything just blend further, because blue glass has much more of a strong blending rather than light blue. There we go. And going double normal blue, I think will end up too dark. So there we go. Yeah, I think we're on to something. So if we just get the rest of the light blue done, and the rest of these bits, I should stop poking things with my pickaxe. Then I think we're on to something. Doopy doopy doop boop. Boop boop boop. Doop. Doop doop doop. There we go. Everything looking good. And I think we need one more big swooping tentacle going through here and sort of coming up in a curl. So let's get that into place. Doo-doo. And it was also quite interesting because, like, looking at the Odyssey of Homer, it's really easy to see a lot of narrative elements that, while not really, I'd like to call it polished, they were still a lot of narrative elements that exist for modern day stuff. And I imagine a lot of literary people would be quite willing to fight me on this. But it was really cool to see the differences and similarities in how things were. Okay, I think what we need to do is we need to bring the tentacle down like this. So we need to give it a bit of a trim. Like so. There we go. And boom, we have a tentacle. Yep. And put some of that back. Perfect. Ta-da! There's a tentacle. We really need to bring a backpack down here. Boom. Okay. So that should be all the tentacles for over there. And like, somewhat makes me wonder, like, because you think about that, and then you think about what else stands the test of time, because that's really, I think, what makes the mark of something really great is what stands the test of time that well. Like, you think of books or stories or buildings or things like that, and you're like, okay, yeah, you got the Leaning Tower of Pisa. There is that is a national icon, and I doubt anyone anytime soon is going to tilt it back the other way because it comes with the name. Let's leave some blue behind. But I imagine if it did ever have to be unwonked, it would just be the Tower of Pisa. And then there would be, well, a lot of awkwardness. And would it still be so iconic? Or would it just be a thing? Would it still be able to stand the test of time once it was unwonked? Oop. Okay, that should be all the blue up here. And you see also this on a micro scale when you're looking at influencers and celebrities. You know, the ones that last like 2 years and then they disappear. Or the people that go viral and for just a video and then poof, gone. They definitely don't stand the test of time. But then again, the internet is like time gone mad. So it's like, yes, but have you seen how fast time moves on the internet? It both moves glacially slow and never moves at all, it seems. Okay. You can be hung for something that you've written 10 years ago, or even 20, depending on how old your internet footprint is. Speaking of which, I've got to remember where I put this glass. I missed. We're just taking the stairs. Oh. Okay, we made it. Okay, we're good. So now now we should be able to see the general look of this. So we can see how all of these pieces sort of blend and meld together and give a general look. And what we're going to do on top of this and sinking into it is add basically similar pillars. Hey Ninja, how are you going? I'll take waves. I will definitely take waves. Eventually it should look like an octopus. Hopefully. But I will absolutely take waves. Actually, we should turn it into waves. That might be a good idea. Because all we'd have to do is nip this bulb here. Ooh, if we just... Yeah, no, it's totally fine. Waves might actually look better. Now that you mention it. Like, if we just go like that. You have good plans. Yeah, let's do waves. I am there for waves. I had not considered waves. I was just like, let's do an octopus. And then I'm doing really good. I woke up this morning and I was like, I have energy. And well, that's where my brain went. I was like, we're doing an octopus and we're doing all sorts of things and we're going to go mining and things just went all sorts of places so fast that I'm not sure if I did any sort of planning in the end. It was very busy in my brain. But yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I probably would have given you a million ideas on what I was doing, and none of them would have been the correct idea. Here we go. That sort of gives us the foaminess. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Wait. So how you got? Oh no, I've said how you got. So a little update on the world. There's been some problems with the mods and things. So on Friday, which is the early stream day, we'll be streaming 2 hours earlier than this. We'll be doing a sort of pack-up stream of the world, and then I'll be moving these chunks that we're on now to a new world where I can get rid of some of the mods I can't get rid of otherwise. And I'll be adding in some other mods to make up for it, sort of, because I still want to play very modded, but some of the mods that I'm working with now are causing memory errors, which are making the game crash. Yeah. Yeah, it's happened about, I'd say about 4 times, 4 or 5 times. So I want to nip it in the bud before it becomes a world-ending problem. And I do make backups, but I don't make a huge amount of backups, and that is a little bit of a me problem. Here we go. Oh yeah, waves are definitely Yeah, I lose about 5 to 10 minutes progress every time I crash. So it's just like it's frustrating. It's frustrating. And like there seems to be a problem with I'd say because basically Minecraft runs out of memory. And it's not as if this computer has a lack of memory. There is literally 16 gigs dedicated to memory, to 16 gigs of RAM dedicated to Minecraft. It's not a small computer. And so it's just like, let's solve whatever this problem actually is before it becomes an actual deadly world problem. I feel like I should put something there. There we go. Okay, that's a hole. So that's what we'll be doing on Friday. We'll be flying around instead of building. And we will be packing up the starter base over here. We'll be taking some of the stuff from there. And then probably going ahead and I'm thinking maybe beating up some dungeons and things like that. So hopefully maybe having a party, something like that. I think a party will be fun. Oop. We'll also be saying goodbye to the Origins mod and Terralith. But the chunks that we have now are some like the ones around base we'll be keeping because they're already generated, so the blocks are already there and we aren't losing any of the stuff. Should be fine. Should be fine. Don't need that. We can just dump that down for now. Oh. Perfect. And I've been doing tests in sample world and nothing seems to be going wrong. Fingers crossed. And I've been pushing it pretty hard. And there hasn't been any problems so far. So far. That is always the qualifier. But like I knew coming into this that there would be worries about mods and things because hey, it's modding. That sort of thing happens. And I think the big blessing has been the fact that nothing's happened well on stream. I tend to do more stupid stuff off stream. Like, yeah, heavy dragons when it comes to modding. Like, I'm not sure if you mod, you've probably seen the sign. This game has been altered, and it could stop working at any point. Is what comes up when you've modded your game. So it's like, yeah, I know this. I've been adding sodium to my game for so long, I don't need to see this sign. And like, it's almost second nature to just be like, yeah, stop giving me this. I don't need to know it anymore. But on the other hand, it's just like, I think for once I actually need to know this information. And so, yeah. But hey, it's a learning experience. Yes, I know what I'm doing. Proceeds to break Minecraft. Donk. Which is actually something that comes with adding a whole bunch of mods to Minecraft. Like, you add the mods, and then it's just like, there was an error trying to run Minecraft. These mods don't work well together. You don't get to run Minecraft. Congratulations. And you're like, eh. But this mod looks really cool. I want the pretty dragons, flowers, or robots, or something equally ridiculous. And it's just like, why though? Oh, this is gonna be tight. Huh, okay. Well, we'll work with it. And, like, and sometimes it's even just little things. Like, I found 2 world gen mods. One that did the Nether and one that did the overworld. And they refused to talk to each other. And so it was like, oh, well, shh, bother. I guess I'm not using either of those. Because there are some mods that I just refuse not to let go of. Like, I refuse to let go of the replay mod because I really want to at some point put out like a time lapse or a movie or something like that of what I've done here. And I think in this case it'll be a sort of progress till this world gets moved over. One, because at that point, that's a huge jump. And then basically, sometimes, and the replay mod is actually surprisingly finicky about what it likes to play. Like, I'd like to call it likes to play well with. Because you end up having these mods be like, no, I don't like to play around with certain versions of these quality of life mods. And it's just like, are you serious? Oh yeah, replay mod is best mod. We like replay mod here. All hail replay mod. And how have I managed to mess this up? This needs to be over here. Like, you end up just being like, are you kidding me? I will bend over backwards for you. Just please. Let me do my recordings in peace. And then replay mod's always up in the corner throwing a hissy fit and you're like, you suck and I hate you. Goodbye. And it's just like, oh man, it's not fair. It's not fair. Replay mod is a bully. It's ridiculous. But you get the coolest shots from replay mod. Like, I've managed to end up with like half my title card shots from replay mod. So, like, 10 out of 10 replay mod for the win. I will bow to replay mod's wishes. Although, one of the mods that I have found that hopefully will be in the next world that this is getting ported over to is going to be new geodes that we hopefully will get to play around with. And so it's more along the lines of it takes the idea of amethysts and then it messes around with them and it's like, yes, you get emerald geodes and you get lapis geodes and you get sculk geodes. Good luck with that. They summon wardens. And I'm just like, why? Why do you do skulk geodes? The rest of them I am here for. But why a skulk geode? I appreciate the other geodes. But not the skulk geode. Oh, and a diamond geode. Diamond geodes are very rare, but they exist. They do not produce more than the regular amount of, like, the diamond geodes don't, what is it? They don't produce more diamonds. Like, their buds don't produce more diamonds. They're more along the lines of just pretty blocks that you can remove once and you will never be able to remove them again. I'm here for it. It's pretty, and you can use them as decoration blocks. Oh, okay. And like, I was also looking at another one for an enchanting overhaul, but I couldn't figure out how to work it. Like, I spent an hour trying to figure out how to make the mod work, and I was just like, I am obviously too smooth-brained to make this mod work. I have been trying all of these combinations of these things to make the magic work. I am either just a smooth-brained, no magic person, or this mod is busted. And it was so sad. I was just like, oh. Like, it was such a cool idea too, because the idea was that you could go out, you could find... I would hope it would be busted. I would hope I'm not that smooth-brained that I can't figure out how to put magical runes in order to make something work. So that was the idea. You put magical runes in order to make custom enchantments. And I was just like, I am here for this. This is amazing. And I couldn't make it work. It was so sad. I was just like, I have sat here putting things in different orders for so long. It does nothing. Nothing. There is nothing working with this. I can't. I am obviously a muggle of no brain, because there is nothing working with this at all. And I was so sad. I had to walk away from that one. Ooh. But the general idea was you went around and you found the runes for the magic out in the world. And then you went and I put that block in the wrong place, didn't I? Oh, that's fine. It's fine. We don't need any more blocks, but that's fine. You went and found blocks out in the world that had the general runes sketched on them. And then you went and learnt the runes, carved them on other pillars. And that looks bad. And then from there, you went and activated the pillars to make the pillars, do the magic on an inscribing table that you inscribed into a book. And then you just slap the book on a thing. And I was like, yeah, I'm here for this. Adventure. But no, I am... I hope it was busted. Yeah, I'm here for that. And then another curvy one up there and a curvy one down there, and I think we got enough. Oh, oh. As if we go like so. We have tentacles. We have waves. Because basically, the general idea of this is that when you come in from the sea, you have averagely looking wharf. Then you have more fancy wharf. Then you have even more fancy wharf. Yeah, those definitely look like waves. I don't know how I ever thought that was an octopus. Oh my goodness. And then up here is where the last level is going to be, and it's going to be even more fancy. I'm not sure how fancy, but it's going to be very fancy. And that's going to be basically the welcome map. Yep. Oop. Oop. Perfect. And by doing that, we're able to just go ahead, have our whole poshness organized so that everyone sweeping in from the sea can go ahead and see the magnificence that is our trading place. For people to be like, wow, these people are so amazing. They have such posh stuff. Oh my goodness. I'm never using that voice again. That sounds horrible. I probably will use that voice again. I'll probably use it for a posh, preppy person at my D&D table. And my players will all wince at me and be like, Spelling, why did you do that? Speaking of which, I had a D&D campaign finished recently. And they finally defeated the big bad evil guy. And I'm just like, yes, I'm so proud of you. Because, like, we've been playing that campaign for a year or two. And it's the first campaign where it's ended and we haven't had schedule conflicts and we haven't had party drama or anything like that. Everyone has just been wholesome and it's been great. I am here for this. People have been wonderful. People can be wonderful. Although, I mean, there was the OGL debacle, but that's a whole nother thing. And it's not great. But we're sort of thinking that, hey, piracy is a thing. And that is why we're going to be pirates next time. We can be pirates. So I'm so proud of my players. Yeah. So basically, we had this whole undead campaign type thing where we went and because I DM them, they're great. And what happened was this undeath curse went across the land and basically ruined everyone's lives. It turned them all into undead. And everyone was just like, we're undead now. Yes, I'm the dungeon master. And I am forever DM. I'm totally okay with being forever DM. And what happened, because like for me, it's more about inventing worlds and just having a good hangout time with my friends. And basically seeing their eyes light up when there's a surprise or there's just a cool old snap moment where their character gets to realize something, or there's a plot point around their character or everyone's characters, and everything like that coming together and being like, oh wow, I didn't see that coming. How could I have not seen that coming? Yeah, it is one of the best feelings, just seeing everyone else, well, hearing everyone else's eyes light up and being like, yes, everyone appreciated that. And them being like, yay, it's great. And also the fact that, like, for me, personally speaking, I would not recommend anyone to, like, company-wise, D&D has turned into, like, Dungeons and Dragons has turned into a terrible company. Absolutely terrible. Their books in the last few years, terrible, absolutely horrible. But rules-wise, they're easy to pick apart, tear apart, turn into something new. And for me, who does, like, money-wise, that makes it really achievable to go ahead and have sci-fi campaigns and pirate campaigns and cowboy campaigns, all using the same rule set, because, well, I'm able to go ahead and say, your spellcasters, no, they're actually gunslingers, or stuff like that. Because the rules are, I'd like to say that they're bad, but they're flexible enough, and they're not amazing, but you're able to mess with them easily enough to go ahead and make it setting agnostic. Yeah. But 10 out of 10, don't give them your money. 10 out of 10, don't give them your money. They have screwed over nerddom enough to be just horrible. And it is so much easier just to go up to, like, pirating website. I think 5e Tools is a really good one. And just get your information from there. Because, like, I'm not I don't think I'm a drama type person. So just look up specialized D&D channels if you're that interested in what's gone down with them. But yeah, the whole Hasbro Wizards of the Coast thing, it's a mess. Oh, we need a spot in there. Okay, so we'll be filling in these with something pretty later on, because the whole half slab thing, it's not a great look. And then what I fit. Oh, do we need a tentacle in there? Do we need a wave tentacle thing in there? Nah, I think that we're fine with that. So, from here, I figure what we do is every so often, we're going to take some endstone, and we're going to be putting in a pillar like this. But in the glass, we're going to be putting in some viridium in behind it. So for that, we actually need some Viridium. And with my campaign, so basically there was this dude who was like from a good 150 years ago, who died back then. And he got cursed to turn into a pelt. Because he was a lion man. And so when he got turned into this pelt, basically, he was still sentient well in the pelt. And he wanted to take over the world. And he was just like, no, undeath will not, being dead will not stop me. I will take over the world while I'm undead. So, this led to the pelt being very, very cursed. And so, one day, someone very not so smart broke him out of the pelt. Or, broke him out of the pelt is a very good way of describing that. I'm kind of thinking that we go for just cut Viridium. Oop. So, in doing that, that released a curse of undeath all upon the city. Basically, like, well, at the time, I was taking inspiration from a certain virus which was starting to be known about. That, honestly, I'm not sure if you're allowed to talk about it. But anywho, so basically, with that, my players were like, I see what you did there. And so they spent the first 4 sessions in quarantine. They were not impressed with me doing that. They were just like, are you saying that this whole campaign is going to be set in a city which is in quarantine? Well, we appreciate the fact that this is a meta joke. We do not appreciate the fact that we're A, inside playing this game. We can't go out of our houses. And B, we are in a city that is in quarantine and we can't leave the city. I thought it was hilarious. They did not. They also didn't realize that the city was going to get basically magically nuked if they didn't escape. They ended up finding out about this in time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because for me, personally speaking, if it's something that a player cannot barter, if they cannot beat their way, like if it's a plot point that they otherwise have no way of beating, and it will pretty much guarantee to feel unfair otherwise, then you really need to drop like all the hints that it's going to happen, because otherwise it just feels like a dick move. So I made sure to like give them all the information that they needed to learn that, yeah, this is a thing that's happening. So in the fact that they broke the quarantine and they ended up breaking out of the city, they accidentally ended up releasing the virus. Well, it wasn't a virus, it was a curse. Because what happened was it's a magical curse that went and it sort of jumps between people by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one by when you're in combat. So that's the wrong block. So it was the exertion of people attacking that made the curse be like, aha, you are a suitable target. You will be, what's the word? A good person for the army of Shadrach. Yes, exactly. So you couldn't fight the creatures because otherwise you would be cursed. And if you didn't run away from the creatures, you'd be eaten. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which was how the curse worked. And in this game, we had specific curse rules. So some curses, they could just be like, oh yes, I use the spell, remove curse, and the curse would disappear. And some had other special rules. And this was a very powerful curse, and it could only be appeased or destroyed if the original curse caster was, well, killed. And as it turned out, Shadrach was around and kicking. They weren't sure where because the pelt of Shadrach, the pelt of the dude that started all of this, had disappeared in the whole curse being released. So what happened was they all panicked. They were like, oh no, we need to find out what happened. So they were spending, after they made sure to avoid the city getting basically nuked, they were like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They were like, okay, we need to actually go and figure out what's happening and figure out who was in charge of looking at this pelt, because the pelt had been brought to the city as a teaching implement for people who were learning to actually, what's the word? Deal with curses. But the class never happened. They never got the chance to look at the pelt. In fact, they learnt from written records that basically this dude, this Dragonborn, which is basically a dragon person, went and looked at the pelt before class one day. And then all hell broke loose. And so they're like, And not only that, when they went to look at the safe where the pelt lay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the pelt safe had claw marks coming from the inside of it, meaning the pelt broke out. And, well, let's face it, that's not normal clothing behavior. There you go. So, needless to say, my players were going, spelling, that's not how clothing works. And I'm like, yes. Are you sure you're saying something broke out of the safe rather than broken? And I'm like, yes, something broke out of the safe, not broken. And they're like, oh, geez, we're not okay with this. In the fun way. This is, we are okay to keep playing, but that is freaky. And I'm like, yeah, well, okay, enjoy. And then one of the players got eaten by a blob of undead, because all of those undead eating people turned into a giant blob of undead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was player death number 1. Oh, sorry, character death. So that's where the first character died. They got eaten by zombies. Or at least I should say permanent character death. Because earlier on, there was an incident where one of the characters walked away from the party and was like, I'm going to adventure on my own. And they walked off. They ran into a whole bunch of undead. The undead were like, food. And they got turned into mincemeat. However, Shadrach was like, I see you, little undead. you aren't properly cursed to be one of my undead. And the player was like, Spearling, what's going on? And I'm like, yes, Shadrach sees you. And he's like, can I bargain my way out of this? And I'm like, yes, you can bargain your way out of this. And they were like, I would like to bargain with Shadrach so I can survive. And so they made a bargain with Shadrach so that they could survive. And they walked out of there and survived that encounter. So everyone ended up leaving the city and heading towards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heading towards where the person that broke the pelt out of, the Dragonborn, came from. Which was another university. 1, 2. Because it turned out it was a professor that studied curses. And little to anyone's knowledge, the professor was actually quite mad. And so, by doing this, they snuck in. They were like, okay, yes, we are friends of this professor. Oops. And they were like, okay, we need to know about this professor. We need to know everything about him. How's he going? Everything else. And everyone was like, we haven't seen him. But you're very friendly. We are really glad to see you. We are a bit worried about him, but here's the key to his house. Because they were very, very persuasive and did a lot of talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so they were able to go and on a trip to go track down Garker, who was the name of the professor they found out. Hey, Jones. Come on. Oh, no, you're just too cool to come sit with us. Okay. My cat is thinking that he's just too cool to sit with us. So, they find out that Garker actually had several sites all crossed off and was like, okay, this guy's a bit cray-cray. He has not got all cylinders firing in his head, but he has an unhealthy interest in cursed items. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, how's this look? Okay, I think we're onto something here. If we zoom out, we have waves. So they end up tracking Garker down, and they're like, oh my goodness. And they find out that Garker is not only wearing his pelt, but Garker is summoning Shadrach from the pelt into real life. And they're just like, oh, geez. Okay, what I think we'll do is we'll go and put cats on here. So they end up going through and they fight Garker and Shadrach. Shadrach's like, haha, bitches, out. And from there, that ends up in a long goose chase in many places. And in the end, they end up catching him. Yeah, there were a few sidetracks along the way. And yeah, that is basically the main plotline of what they did. Okay, so I'm thinking what we'll do for here is I don't really want it to be having the what would you call it? The oh, I'm glad. Because next campaign is going to be pirates, then I'm like, I'm really hoping it'll match up in terms of quality, because I'm like, stage fright. It's like, I think something that it gets overlooked sometimes is the fact that with DMing, you're like, okay, I did really well last time, but am I going to do so well this time? And I think it's, and I know it's talked a lot about, but like for other things, but I don't think it's the same. Like, I don't think it's talked a lot about in D&D or any sort of TTRPG hobby where you're doing collaborative storytelling, because it's like, oh yeah, you come to the table, you hang out with your friends, and the only time it's noticed that it's actually bad or actually anything going funny is when it's bad, and then it ends up on Reddit or some other place, and people are busy going, oh, my DM was bad, my players suck, my whatever. And like, sometimes it's because even though you're normally friends, you're just not a good social fit together in that kind of storytelling group, because I don't know, maybe some of you like roleplay and some of you are like, hey Toasty Toes, hi Klinger, Patrioka, good to see you. But sometimes it's just like, well, you may have different styles of roleplay wants / needs, and you may be, some of you maybe, I like to kill big dragons, and some people may just want to go ahead and make taverns, or go ahead and, heck, you may just want to go ahead and what is it? Go save princesses. There we go. There's a nice chill thing to do. Go save princesses. I'm sure go saving princesses is something I might not like to do. As you can see, saving princesses is not on my list of things to do. Like, personally speaking, saving princesses is just like, what an escort mission. Now you have to deal with NPCs on a regular basis. Oh, good luck, Toasty. I really hope you do well. Like, finals are exams, right? Yeah, good luck. I hope it does well. Because, like, sometimes a bad player in D&D isn't necessarily a bad player. They're just people that don't fit well. Because I've had groups where I've had people that are great in one campaign, but they've been terrible in another. And that was mostly due to people just not fitting well. Whereas having people basically go ahead and just exist well together is huge when it comes to actually having a great group. And it's something that I think is hugely overlooked. And I think I have muffed up this corner. Okay, so see how this is sort of just off by one? So this gives us two things. One, we can go ahead and go like so, and then bring it out like this. And by doing this, it means that we can go and do that, and it'll give the illusion that it's in the corner. Or we can go and fully just bring it down like that. And both of those are valid. And I think in this case, I kind of want to remove this because I want the green to show. So it's still doing that sideways thing, but it's still, if we're walking through and we're going this way, we've still got the green popping through. There we go. Casual build tips. Am I in the glass? Huh, I'm in the glass. But like, I also don't think that people give a lot of TTRPGs enough time of day, because I think, personally speaking, it's a good way to like get to know the people around you without having those social barriers involved. Because like you get to go ahead and be like, I don't care if someone thinks that this is a problem, because it doesn't exist in this world. Like, you want to play a non-binary elf, you can be a non-binary elf, because it's not a problem in the world that you're playing in. Or heck, maybe being a non-binary elf is a huge problem you're playing in. And it comes to the thing of, well, I have just realized something incredibly important. This needs to be raised up by one. Okay, so how we're going to solve this is that we're going to be putting a gutter along everywhere, like so, because I really, really don't want to be dealing with actually raising up all of that. So we're just going to be putting in a gutter. These are creative solutions to creative problems that have been caused by creativity in the first place. So, by doing that, that makes everything the perfect height. Ah! We're solved! Okay. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Pom pom. I suppose the gutter is our next port of call. Along with all of this. Because if we go ahead and we just make sure, wait, what is that? Yeah, perfect. Okay, I'm not sure I'm there for that, but I'm honestly not sure what I'd do otherwise. So that's just going to have to stay there for now. So when it comes to like dealing with other TTRPGs, like you, on one hand, it's like, yeah, go for it. Learn other things. Like, I'm busy playing in as what's it called? Monster of the Week. It's more of a it uses Powered by the Apocalypse, and it's a lot more focused on narrative storyplay. And what it does is, by having everyone say basically, yes, I'm going to go to the shed and I'm investigating what's in the shed and seeing if there's any chemicals or anything like that, because basically you're the Scooby-Doo gang. That is the general plot premise of it. But again, it's wearing glass. This is ideal. Not? Okay, there we go. By having that sort of plot premise built into how the game functions, it does limit the scope of what you play and how you play. And when it comes down to it for me, it can lead to looking at things with a more limited look at, is this worth my money? Because, like, how many times do I want to be Scooby-Doo? Or Shaggy? Or Velma? Gosh, the new show of Scooby-Doo did Velma dirty. Oh no, it's just called Velma. That show did Velma dirty. Like, I cannot think of a new show that has done the characters dirty as much as that. Although, granted, I have only watched it through clips, so, and reviews, so maybe, just maybe, it is not as terrible as it seems. I doubt it, but oh my goodness. If it is not as bad as it seems, I don't know. No, that would be impressive. Okay, so that's all on the level. So, I'm kind of thinking that I don't want to do that texture of flooring again, because we have that coming up 2 levels away, so it's like, and that is a lot of creepers, so let's just go up this way. Oop, perfect. Like, what did I just... No, that's a zombie, we're fine. Like, if that was a spider or something, I'd be slightly less fine about that, but no, it's just a zombie. Oh. Like, I'd like to get involved with Pathfinder and see, but I don't know. A lot of things with Pathfinder seem to be more around bigger number, better person, which is just like D&D has the bigger number, better person thing to a certain point. And what I'm meaning by bigger number, better person is, like, once you start leveling up your character, it's like, yes, I have a bigger number. Okay. He. Let me roll it and make it me a better person than you are. And it's just like, you take the fun out of life. Of course, they could be mostly interpreted to the people that introduced me to the game, so it's like, I don't know. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe we go more along the lines of what's happening there with the crisscrosses. And we go ahead and we bring them into here. But instead of having a background of the patchworks, we bring in some of the blues and along with the whites. And I think that'll be good. But first, what we do is we grab our torches. Oh, yeah, Pathfinder, yeah, I'd be there for no F3. In theory. In practice, I think I would get very lost very quickly. We would never find base. Like, even with a map, I lose where I am very easily. So like, I'd love to give it a try on like a world where the main goal is to fight the Ender Dragon and let that just be the main goal. But no, Pathfinder is a type of game, a type of TTRPG. Hey, boy, how are you going? And the TTRPG is similar to Dungeons and Dragons. It's like Dungeons and Dragons' third cousin, if I was gonna call it anything. So what we're doing today, Book, is we are doing the second layer to this. Also, Patrico, if you're still here, this will be a good chance for you to see this as well. So basically, we have a nice wave pattern going on. Yes, I called it the right thing. And we're going to be taking a similar pattern to this and putting that up here. So yeah. And I figure if we go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as our general diamond size. I think the most frustrating thing at the moment is the fact that I can't actually catch any of Looney's streams at the moment, so it's like, let me out, please. There's just been a mess of my life at the moment, like time-wise. I'm honestly surprised that I'm making these streams. Mind the hole. That should be... Nope, we need to go one more further out. Perfect. Okay, then we should be able to just catch everything, right? This... Yes, okay. What? You know what? I'm not going to question this. Boop, boop, boop. So I figure if we take these diamonds and then we go ahead and we fill them in with a mixture of colors, we could go ahead and we could go like so. As long as we don't fall in too often. One would be this way. I think this will be good. And just having something like this. Then that one will be like that. And then we come around this way. And we'll be able to go ahead and add, like, I'm kind of thinking adding light grey on the outside. Just a sort of wiggly. Because I'm a huge fan of glazed terracotta. But glazed terracotta is where it's at, personally speaking. Like, glazed terracotta... no, that glazed terracotta, stained glass. This is where it's at. We need all the colors. And just being able to add colors in like that and just popping them in, hopefully getting this right. And then filling in the outside. Ooh, we might... Yeah. Although we might have a little bit of... There we go, perfect. There we go. So that gives us a basic template that will be good to work with. And we'll even be able to go ahead and I think that's enough texture. But if we go ahead and add in like this on the inside, and then add some either pretty much any of the white blocks, I think will be good. I did this on the wrong level. That was supposed to be up here. Let's just quickly move this up, because that's where it's supposed to be. Perfect. Okay. You need to do is rush through this, slapping things in place. That's also something, like, having the whole dealing with F3, trying to have it on the right level at all times is just like, it's always been a nightmare. It's out to get me, I swear. No one will know. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now we're the only ones that'll ever know. And I think the hard part is the fact that, like, glazed terracotta is something that actually takes a bit of time to make happen. Like, it's not like you can just go ahead and dig it up and be like, yeah, it's done. We have glazed terracotta. No, you have to go ahead and be there and be like, yes, we found the right color, if it's even available. And then you're like, and from there we went and smelted it. And if you don't have glazed terracotta, then you have to go and find clay, and then you have to go and smelt it. And it's just like, all of that just for some prettiness. Okay, there we go. Now it's on both the right height, the right level, and the right direction. Everything. All in line. Loving it. But I think working with expensive blocks, like, they don't have to be expensive, but not using expensive blocks because they're expensive, I think, personally, is a bad reason not to use them. Because otherwise it's just like, well, you may as well be building with dirt and stone. Because otherwise you can just build a tree farm and a cobble farm and build the entire world. But if you go ahead and... Wait, where is... No, it's in one of these. Aha, there we go. So we can take the calcite and some cut limestone. And then I'm thinking that will actually turn this into cut calcite. And probably some more cut calcite. Because this will make it sort of look like concrete powder, white concrete powder. And we can cover this with blue glass. And then we just go like so. Is the calcite? Yes. So it's not quite concrete powder, but it's sort of got that vibe. And then all we do is we go like this, and boom! It is suddenly very fancy. It is all the fancy. It's probably too fancy for this level, but I'm kind of here for it anyway. So we're keeping it. Oop. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to ring this with, no, that's calcite, limestone. And we're going to go 1. And we're going to go 2 blocks before we start another pattern. And like, I think personally, when you're dealing with anyone that you don't like, it's probably a good idea to basically go ahead and be like, yeah, I don't like you, but if I have to deal with you, all I have to do is smile and wave. Just be like Madagascar penguins, smile and wave. Because unless you like legally or morally obliged to actually take their opinions, then you don't have to. You don't have to actually listen to them or deal with them or anything like that. Unless like they're in a area of your life that is kind of important that you have to listen to them about. Like, doing that to a teacher is probably not the best idea. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Thing looks like a 1, 2 situation. Although those are 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 looks better. And like, if you go with a smile and wave type situation, it generally leads to a lot better outcomes than being an ass about it. Yep, we got the curve going towards things. Oops, that curve is going the wrong way, but we'll have to deal with that in a little bit. Because if you're dealing with haters of any real sort, then really, what's the point in getting angry at them? Like, all you're doing by getting angry is like just giving them more fuel. Yeah, I know, he hasn't come back. It's been years. I'm not sure where he went. Oop. So. Oop. So by actually not getting pressed at anyone, although I might suggest that you find a new form of entertainment than saying about milk. Like, I'm pretty sure half the world's lactose intolerant by now. Yep. Yep, there we go, perfect. So, by doing that sort of thing, just not getting pressed, it takes away a lot of power. that people would otherwise have. Are we? We are out of iridium. We are completely out of iridium. Do we have any other in other places? We don't. This is a sad time. Thanks, that's appreciated. Because not even close. But yeah. Da-da-da, what we were looking for. Over here. Oh. Oh. I think we might be out. Wait, no, we might be in. I think we might be out of luck. I think we might be out of iridium. Oh, this might be sad. I didn't say that. Look. I'll say it right here and right now. My gender identity has got nothing to do with how I stream. So, go, shoo, if that's what you're here for. Okay? Because that sort of attitude is not welcome here. Oop. I don't take discrimination of any sort here. Exactly. Exactly. Oop. I mean, I will take your dad jokes. I will take your mama jokes. They are funny to me. But I do not take discrimination of any sort. It doesn't matter if it's race, gender, or anything like that. It doesn't matter if it's disability or anything. They are not welcome here. And we need to remove that block as well. Because it is covered, so it is safe to remove. And it was quite interesting, actually. I was actually reading up on the definitions of bullying versus abuse versus harassment, and they actually all fall under the umbrella of abuse, like bullying, harassment, etc. So, yeah, interesting. I mean, it was an interesting read. I encourage a lot of people to actually do reading up on it because, like, it's an eye-opening thing to, especially for people who are like, oh yeah, I was only teased, I was only whatever, I was only, or for people who are like, yeah, no, it's only, he teases you because he likes you. No. Go read up on it. And it's not dedicated by gender or anything like that. And what we need is What was I forgetting? Limestone. There we go. And we have a whole bunch of it. So we're good. Bomb. So what's basically happening here is we are going ahead and having these tile sections, I suppose you'd call them, put out, and then they're going ahead and we're making them, I suppose you'd call them offset. So over here is going to be the next one. And that'll just, that is not the next part. The next part is actually going to be this. Although we're going to actually have some problems with putting that in. But anywho, like that. There we go. Perfect. Not so perfect. You need that there. Okay, yeah, that. I did not think this through. By having a too wide gap here, it causes problems for this later. We need to move this over by one. Okay. Let's just chuck the umbrella out for a moment. Pull the bed. Do with this. Have a sleep. Oop. I think I knew how I did that. Perfect. Okay. So, we need to move this to here. Or we need to move it forward one. Like, I'm kind of here for moving it forward one instead of back one. Because if we move it forward one, it means that we've got a bit more wiggle room and these won't feel so overpowering. So I think that's what we'll do. Okay. One there. Bring it forward. Perfect. Okay. And then let's just do this for now. And then, oop, oop. Done. And then, oh, I have done a funny. Hello, unknown. Nice to meet you. Go look up the definition of a nerd. We need Broly. And what we need is some of these. Just putting them in. Like so. And if we extend that like that, that gives us an easy place to put this. Although it doesn't really matter super that much. And we can't do much about that. And we have all the parts fallen down here. So that should be fine. Boom, boom. There. Perfect. And then it comes the sunshine flowers. Really shouldn't be calling them sunshine flowers, but hey. I'm not too worried about the rotation of these, because like, 1, 2, 3. And then some of this. And then, now that we've got that all sorted out, we'll be able to go and do this about here. Followed by 1, 2. Slap that there. 1. Going the wrong way. Perfect. Oops. And 1. 2. And this. Wait, how many were we going with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more. Hey, this is the perfect size. That's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Doop, doop. And then over here. Boop, boop, boop. Da-da-da. And then I'm just wondering of where on earth that copper went. There it is. Okay. So now we got that sorted out. All we need to do is connect it and then we should be good. The great thing is it's actually like almost the perfect size for what we're wanting. So we should be able to just connect these up and we're all good. Like the interesting thing for the next D&D campaign is the fact that it's pirate based. So I've been doing a lot of research around like pirates and stuff based around pirates. So actually having general pirate lore involved. So anyone that's watched Pirates of the Caribbean will be familiar with the name East India Trading Company, right? Because with that came... They basically had this huge stranglehold on basically the entire sea trading industry. And it gave them a terrible rep because they were huge bullies on the sea. And in that, they were just like, yeah, we rule the sea. We know what's up. We know what's going on. And it got so bad that Britain had to be like, you're making us, the colonizers, look bad. That's pretty hard to do. So, 1, can you go and get out of India? And 2, you're basically being the mafia, you are literally hiring pirates to go and basically mug ships. And it's just like, wait, what? Like, the fact that these guys pulled that off is just like, on one hand, it's cool in a general ideas sense for games and stuff. But on the other hand, the fact that this actually happened is just like, bullshit. Like, you cannot be going around and doing this to people. It's just not okay. Like, why would you do that? Yep. We got a 1, 2. 1, 2, and then by this logic, we got 1 there and then 1 there. And this should be right if we're following this. Yep. There. There. And there. Fingers crossed we got this right. Let's try it out. 1, 2, 3. And then... Yep. Yep, that looks right to me. And we got sunshine. So yeah, that is definitely something that caught my eye, and I was just like, hey, we have got to use that. We have got to have those general ideas in the game at some point. Like, hello, evil pirate overlords that are basically the mafia? Yes, please. Please give me that. Some of that. Dun, dun, dun. Like, I don't think I've had so much fun coming up with ideas since I actually started the last campaign. Although, my other campaign that I'm running is also pretty cool, because, like, we're dealing with the ramifications of magic actually starting to exist in a world, so it's like, yes, I'm here for this. My players are like, wait, magic's a whole thing? What? We need to line this up. Bum, 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 bum. Here. And grab one of these. That's in the wrong direction, but it's okay. That all needs to go this way, I believe. Perfect. Like, another thing that I've been sort of following. That thought just disappeared right out of my brain ears. I'm not sure where it went, but it went somewhere. Oop. Perfect. Okay, this one may be a little bit more tricksy to... Oh no, wait. Yeah, we may have a little bit more trouble with this later down the line, because whether this will be able to be replaced is another question. Do-do-do. No zombie sounds here, please. No zombie sounds here, please. Put that down. Let's just sleep real quick. Perfect. Ah. Nope. Wait. Are you telling me more of you spawned? That's so cruel and unusual. Well, at least there's a spider. Spiders are kind. Spiders are nice. We like spiders. We don't like baby zombies here. Bum, bum, bum. We just need it. These around the right way. I kind of think that dealing with baby zombies is the worst. Like, capital T on that. I cannot think of a worse mob to be dealing with than baby zombies. Like, you deal with baby zombies in the same way that you deal with real zombies. Fire. I cannot think of a better way to be dealing with baby zombies. Maybe a good smite sword. Oh, hey, they left their XP. Nice. Okay, so with this one, it's kind of a tricky situation because I'm pretty sure that's... No, that's not the block. Okay. So it must be some other block. I'm kind of surprised at that. Okay. Gonna have to see what block this is. Never mind, we're safe. Because if it's a block that's facing basically the world, we may have some problems with actually putting in the calcite and the wall. And if that's the case, then basically we may have to rethink our lives and how we are doing things and approaching things. That's all good. That goes there and that goes there. So that isn't right. That goes... What have we done wrong here? Oh, that... You get one of those? Ah, that's right. Oop. Okay. Let's get some shade so we can actually see our computer screen. And we need some more of this. 1 and 2. 2. Perfect. There we go. So, by basically having these all just repeat the pattern, it makes it both easier on the eyes while still being able to have a level of complexity, but you're also able to just turn off your brain after a bit and just copy the pattern over and over. If that's something that you're up for. But personally speaking, I think we should take a break from this and go fight a dungeon, because we've been doing this for a bit. We've been doing this for like 2 hours. And it would be nice to go fight a dungeon. And I think there's one like out in the desert that we can do. It's an airship. And also we'll be able to get stuff like quartz out of it. If we just put everything in random shulker boxes and not worry about having to deal with it later. Wait, did we put our carrots somewhere funny? We did. We did. We need the carrot and the torches. We will probably need the torches. We will probably need the apple. We will probably switch over to a different backpack, because I'm pretty sure we've got a different blaze backpack set up somewhere. And if nothing else, it'll be good for us. We need more rockets. Let's just grab some of those. Because I'm thinking... We head out this way. There's this over here. That looks interesting. It's an airship. As well as we could do a flyby of this. And we could also have a look at this pyramid. Although the pyramid gives you mining fatigue. So Dibs, we bring TNT on the pyramid. We bring all the TNT. I don't know what'll happen, but TNT is fun. We need the TNT. I hear a skeleton. Oh, well, we don't need to worry about skeletons. Oh no, the game crashed when we had the extra blaze backpack. I remember now. I think it crashed. Because one thing that's been happening with the game, with the mods, is the fact that it's been crashing. So I'll be editing mods soon and getting it all sorted out so that hopefully it won't be a problem. Wait, is that another? It seems that we have a collection of apples. Okay, we have lost our shield again. We will just have to make another. It seems to be a regular occurrence of losing the shield, but hey. Here we go. Perfect. And I figure if we go to the desert, we won't need to actually worry about actually losing our stuff. Or worrying about the rain. Oh, and we need the TNT. Do we have any... Well, we have some arrows. Found the shield. Okay, we got our sword. And I think in here we have our smite sword, just in case we run into undead. We have some apples. We have some rockets. We are set. Okay. I cannot think of anything else we need. Wait, TNT? No. TNT. Okay, let's take a couple of stacks of TNT. I don't know if we'll need it, but TNT is fun. And a flint and steel. We need a flint and steel. I am sure we had a flint and steel somewhere. Does anyone remember where we had a flint and steel? Thanks. Ah, flint and steel. We win. These were the wrong rockets. Okay. Let's go for it. Desert, desert, desert. Bullseye. Okay, so we are heading straight this way. We can stop at a pyramid first. Let's give it a go. So we should have a look at this. Head more this way. So I've come out here a few times to go and grab some cactuses, because if we fly by these cactuses, you can see how tall they are. They are just intensely tall. They are ridiculously tall, these cactuses. And this is the place. Isn't it cool? So, yep, there's the mining fatigue. Wait, what? Hi, rabies. We are off to go ahead and deal with whatever's in here. Okay. That looks like a spawner. Okay, TNT is definitely the way to be doing this. If we just swap this out a little bit, so we've got a good plan of attack. So we've got Basically, we don't want a flint and steel. We got sword. What do we got? Okay, that is a lot of zombies around here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Wait, did we bring out torches? Let's just quickly check for torches. I have a funny feeling that we're going to need them. Okay. Torches. Okay, we've got torches. We actually have all the torches. Okay. Good. Good. Okay, we're remembering all the bits. Okay. And the important part of lighting it up as we go. Oh my goodness, I want the... we have mining fatigue. Okay, we've got to remember to come back for those banners. Like, those banners look cool. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I see pressure plates in a build that I did not build, it makes me so suspicious. Like, just looking at that, that's just like fate. I don't know. We just came in here and then got hit by mining fatigue. Yeah. Now there's slimes? Okay. Like, I'm not sure if this is a Dungeons Arise temple or, oh, there's one of those things. Oh no. Yeah, let's. Well, make sure we get this. Oh, hey, it goes down. We got the spawner. I think the wait a minute. I see redstone. Why is there redstone? That's not good. Let's get some more light in here and then we'll go back for the redstone. If we get the redstone going... Oh, jeez. Maybe this place is rigged to blow. Like, if this place is rigged to blow, then that's... Oh. TNT might not be the way to go, guys. Oh, if we're blowing stuff up willy-nilly. Like, this is a desert temple. That stuff already has stuff in it. Like, oh. What was that? I wasn't the only one that heard the redstone, right? Okay. Okay. Let's have a look at whatever that is. Wait, how did we get around there? And there's slimes? Oh shoot, there's TNT! Oh my goodness! Okay, let's see if we can just... Okay, that should be disabled. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Still have mining fatigue. We are going to have to... Oh my goodness, there is so much TNT there. Oh! Oh, come on! Oh my goodness, that is... Okay, we can do this. Come on. Oh. Okay, apple. Okay, okay. Why are we on fire? Do I want to know why we're on fire? Okay. We did it. Oh. Ah, we made it. Ah. Where is everyone coming from? You're coming from up there? Okay. Okay, there looks like a trap up there. Okay, so. Wait, what's this? Okay, now we run. Whoa! Wait, what? This looks like another thing, right? Oh my goodness. What is this? Did we blow this one up? Sure we blew this one up. Okay. Back off. What? Oh. That is really disappointing. Okay, okay. Okay. Let's just disable that. This is probably not the way you're supposed to be using all of this. With carefully applied... Seriously? Wait a minute. This is wood, right? What? Wait, why can't we? Okay, okay. If we get up there, then we can see what's going on, right? Okay, okay. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, yeah, there's the slaughter. Okay, let's light this up. Okay, if nothing else, that spawner won't be going anywhere. Oh. Okay. Oh. Woo! Okay. I think they're in the walls. But where are we getting the mining fatigue from? Does this mean we're needing to blow the walls up? Okay. Oh, this has got me terrified that I'm actually going to blow ourselves up. Okay, no, we're good, we're good. These slimes. Okay. Oh, actually. Huh? Oh. Okay, this means something. I think we blew... I think we've been going with about... Whoa! Why is there so much redstone in this place? I'm sure there is probably a good reason for this much redstone. But... Oh, why is there more TNT? On the other hand, I'm sure we will probably have a good reason. Okay. Oh, oh my my goodness. Wait. Wait, what is the pattern that these make? Yeah. Yeah. I think I've blown up half the puzzle. Okay. So let's take a look at this. We blew up this puzzle with banners attached to it. We blew up this puzzle. Wait, where's your spawner? This doesn't make sense. Okay, we've missed spawner. Okay. Let's take a look at these books. I think these books are onto something. Right? Whoa. No, we blew that up. And I don't think that's attached to anything. So if we just step outside for a moment and read these books, that gets us out of the zombie sounds. So we have that. I don't know. I just and then we have that. Wait, that's a sign that's on things, right? Saw that on a banner, right? That was on a banner. Is that it? No, that's not it. And then this. Oh, that's just terrifying. So the pressure plates move the wood. And it seems like I'm pretty sure if we fuck around and if we mess around and find out with all of these, then I'm pretty sure what's that? We'll be able to figure out what's going on here, and then we'll be able to figure out what's happening with other places, maybe? Wait, is that another layer up there? Is there another layer? Show me what's on the other side. That hurt. Oh. That was not what I intended to blow up, but hey. There are so many zombie sounds in this. It's intense. Ridiculous. Okay. No, I'm pretty sure this just has me confused. Okay, so, I mean, we could set a piece of TNT here at... Wait a minute. Does this do anything? Must know, they don't usually have campfires for nothing. And those are all lit up. No, I do not see anything. I'm lost. And there is a ridiculous amount of husk. Okay. He's still climbing the pyramids. Okay. New plan. So we found the TNT was like there, right? So if we just This should let us see what's underneath. There's more than one way to do a trap. Okay. Okay. Okay, we can sneak this closer. Do about here. So the main thing is not to blow ourselves up. Okay. Oh, hey, look at this. We're in the next layer. There are so many zombies. I have no idea how we got... Whoa, there's gold. I'm here for this. Whoa. There is actually a ridiculous amount of zombies. Yep, we just sneak down here. Did one of you drop a potato? Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. This is probably not how you're supposed to do it, but I'm kind of okay with that. What? Okay, this is great. Oh. Okay, you can keep all of this. Why is the yellow wool? I'm not okay with the yellow wool. Why is the yellow wool? We don't need yellow wool. Oh, books. Projectile protection. Okay, we can appreciate books. Okay. We'll come back for this. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, we need to eat. That's something important, I think. Is doing the eating. Oh no. If this is an important puzzle piece, I don't think we're going to be doing it. Otherwise, we're just going to have to blow up our way through it. Please don't be explosive. Aha! TNT for the win. What have we got? Sand? Gunpowder? Gunpowder? Sand? Copper! All the important things. Why is this so tiny? Oh my word. What are you guys? I think we found the angry people. Okay. I don't think we were expected to go this way. Wait, what? What did we just... Okay, we're gonna have to figure out what we did just then. Okay. What? Well, let's just slip back into here for a moment. Like, these guys even have shields. That sounds like they're coming from... Yeah. Yeah, the achievement was Eternal Slumber. Oh, they're all trapped in here. Wait, we don't have, thing on us. Mining fatigue. This is great. Okay. All we need to do is... Oh my word! How many are there? I really hope this isn't attached to a spawner. If it is, that... Oh, wow. That's actually rather pretty in there. Okay, that looked like it was sort of this way. Okay, let's give it a go. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, oh yeah, there's the spawner. No, copy. Oh no. Not ideal. Just break these as quickly as possible. Come on. Okay. Now all we need to do is get up high where they can't reach us. Just for a little bit. Or eat. Eat is good. Come on. Oh. Okay. Oh! We win! Okay, let's light this place up. What are we dealing with? Ooh, it's a shiny throne! Okay. We have diamonds! Diamonds, all of us. Oh, what's on the sword? Fire aspect 2? We have 2 stacks of rotten flesh. That is a lot of rotten flesh. Okay. Diamonds. We will take the gold. I mean, I'd like to take the banners with me too if we end up with room. Because these are some cool banners. Wait, can we... Yoink? And we can hang them up? Probably somewhere? Yoink? Okay, what's in these other chests? Okay, emeralds, diamonds, no diamonds. Sad times. We don't need the black concrete, but we do need the gold. We appreciate the gold. And we can take some of the... Uh-oh, I hear more of them. Somewhere. Okay, I think they might be this way. I'm trying to figure out where the slimes are at. We don't need any of that. What is... Go through the potion. I think this guy threw a potion at me. Wait. Yeah, I think this is a trap. It's a trapped chest. I haven't seen a trapped chest in forever. What the heck? What is this world? Well. Oh. Wait a minute. What do these levers do? Can we just glide across? I don't think... How long does this weakness last? It's my nemesis! Parkour! Although those are some rather nice sized slimes. We could get some nice slimes. Ah! I've beaten you! Ha ha ha! Okay, what have we got in here? Yeah. Oh, honey! Hey, an apple! Nice! Ew, beetroot soup. What else we got? Potatoes. Oh, I see a honey bottle. Nice. I think that's it. Doobie-doobie-doo. Nothing else? We can leave the sand behind. We don't need sand. Okay. Wait, someone's activating a trap. Okay, let's get some light going. There are so many husks. Maybe this way? Like, I'm kind of terrified of, like, running into tripwires and things now. You know, we can just leave these guys to set off stuff. Okay. How many arrows are in here? Oh! This is great! They cleared it out for us! Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Okay. What else we got? Paper? Ooh, shiny. Wait, shiny is probably not the best thing. Oh, come on! Is this a redstone thing? I don't think it is. Can we jump across? Oh, fermented spider eyes. We need a lot of those. Nothing else? Wait. Why is there... That's actually a cool design. We'll have to remember that design. Okay. What up? So if we just, you know, yeet ourselves across. Oh, that's just cruel and unusual. Why would you even go for silverfish? Why? Okay. Okay, there's nothing there. Okay. Yoink. We pretend it doesn't exist and life is fine. We don't need emeralds. It's another trap. I do appreciate this design of trap. This feels old school, but on the other hand, it feels quite refreshing with the banners and stuff. Like, I'm here for this. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Okay. Oh. And, like, these kind of feel like the 1.19 pot, but on the other hand, it's also very, still got that old school feel. Okay, is there anything this way? No, it's got to be there around the other way. Ah, hello! What are we dealing with? Big long corridor? Big long corridor. Hello? Hello? I see cake. Did I copper? Yes, please. Is there anything we can put in here? No. Not really. Running out of room soon. Oh. Not ideal. Oh! More copper. Apple. We should be checking more of these chests, I think. I've just realized that we should have been checking more of these chests. Doobie-doobie-doo. Doobie-doobie-doo. Where are we? I don't know, but that's okay. Anything in here? I don't know. I don't even know where we are. Hey, it's another one of these. Oh, I like that banner pattern. We should take it. Actually, let's do this. There we go. Now we can celebrate what we've been doing. Ta-da! It's got a cool pattern. Yep. Dead end. Okay. Maybe, does this go somewhere? No. Okay. it? I'm hearing the zombies. Not seeing the zombies. Wait, when you eat cake, it changes the size of the cake. I regret everything. Now we are slowed. Okay, how long does the slowness last? Okay, it's a slow slowness. So if we just let it tick over and then have a quick slurp. I should have seen the slowness coming. And then we can probably blow up this wall. Because it sounds like they're vaguely this way. Okay. Aha! Whoa, that's a lot of redstone. Wait, this place is a redstoner's dream. There's a hopper clock. No, that's not a hopper clock. Okay, let's. What we're dealing with through. What? Is this just an empty spot? I don't understand. Is this? What do you got here? Oh, that is probably not ideal. That is probably not the wise move. Oh, chest. Oh. We've been here. Okay. Okay. Does this mean we've been everywhere? No, there's some bits where we turn the other way. So if we turn the other way, we'll probably find other stuff, right? Been here. And then been there. Right? Okay. We can leave the sand behind. And I'm not so fond of the stripes. What's this? No. Through here? No, we've been here. Where did the silverfish go? Yep, there's the silverfish. We don't need the silverfish in our lives. No? Yeah. I mean, who thinks that doing a pit of something like that is... What? Seriously, what's going on in here? It's another pit. Light that up so we don't have to deal with it. Okay. This is probably not the most ideal way of dealing with things, but it works. It works, I tell you. I hear the slimes. And I think at this point we'll come through and we will get the gold. And I'm sure at one point these will all blow up on us and then we will have nothing else to do with it. But for now we can pick it up. We got all here. Up there. We don't need to deal with slimes because we can teleport. This one is the statue of... Wait, does the nose do anything? Oh, hi guys! Wait a minute. Are you guys the lot that were just here before? Just exist in a pit of rage and sorrow? Okay. This is a whole new piece of redstone. Seriously, this is an engineering feat. I am very impressed at whoever makes this. I'm not sure if this is a Young's design or a what, but seriously. Oh. Okay, this is... Okay. Oh, I think this is where we started. Okay. I suppose the main question next is, does it go down further? Let's just grab the gold. Because if there's one block I really like building with, it's raw gold. Because, honestly... Oh, yep. It goes down. That is so many pressure plates. Like, for realsies, look at that. That is all the pressure plates. Okay. Let's do it the sensible way. Yep, and there's the TNT. Really? All of that! But junk! I suppose we can take the gems. We can leave that behind. Oh my goodness. Okay. Luck of the sea one. Okay. Okay. I see what you're doing there. We don't even need the TNT! Oh my goodness! Ah! Oh my goodness, okay. Let's get out of here. Let's go bully another dungeon. Let's go be reasonable people about another dungeon that exists somewhere else. Oh my goodness. Like, that was what? Oh, oh no, I suppose we did pick up a lot of stuff. But that's a lot of stuff. We did well. So... we took... Wow. That took almost an hour. So... I think at this point, I will say thank you guys for watching. If you don't know about it, I have a Discord and the link is in the description. So if you're up for it, come and join. We chill. See you next time. Bye!